ATC, helping you keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully and dream fearlessly. Oak Park Place, offering senior living options for the lifestyle you deserve, with amenities and services for a carefree, independent way of life. And by the Princeton Club, a premier health club that combines state-of-the-art equipment with a highly trained staff and convenient locations. Now, here are your co-hosts of Talking Golf, Dennis Tiziani and Paul Brown.
To another round of Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network from Cherokee Country Club in Madison. Along with Dennis Tiziani, I'm Paul Brown, and on our show tonight, we've got three special guests coming on throughout the next hour. Jack Salzwedel, who is the chairman and CEO of American Family Insurance, will be on. He'll be updating us on what's coming up, the latest developments with the American Family Insurance Championship. Gary D'Amato, who is the senior writer for Wisconsin.golf. He was out at UW Ridge today, and the state boys WIAA golf tournament is going on out there. And a little bit later on in the program, it'll be Pat Stein, who's the general manager of Wild Rock Golf Course up in the Wisconsin Dells. And we've got a couple of areas that we're going to cover with Pat, and he's going to talk about youth sports and what an important part that is becoming in the tourism part of what's happening in Wisconsin Dells. It's not just water parks up there anymore in the Dells area. They got outstanding golf courses, and youth sports is getting to be an important factor. Dennis, Steve tried to qualify for the U.S. Open, failed to do that today down in Ohio.
Yeah, I did. I didn't chat with him. I knew he went through Scioto, which was the tougher course. You know, I looked at the first 17 players or so, and out of there, only 2 were at Scioto. So he was right in there. But I don't know. I think it's a lot of golf that he played, you know, playing the tournament 4 rounds and then playing 2 there. But, you know, I know that he's still struggling with the club deal. Mm-hmm. But soon, at least now, the shafts are right. Now we're into the club face itself. And he now has made a connection with just not Scott Rose's fellow who's doing that. So he'll be up to speed. I look to have him, you know, a real good summer because putting is coming back now.
You take a look at what Steve is trying to do, play on both tours, and obviously he said it publicly as far as responsibilities as the head of the Ryder Cup. That really hasn't become a dominant factor yet. But when you look ahead to the next year and a half or so for him, he is going to be on an extremely busy schedule and then playing as well. How do you look at that combination?
But, you know, you got to know him. You know, he's OCD. You know, I mean, this guy here has to have everything. So it's going to be, he's going to have everything lined up, and that's going to take his time, you know. I look at him, how hard, sometimes he can't even get the club out, you know, got to change clubs all the time. And many times doesn't know what deer stand to go in. I mean, he's lining everything up with a win for this, for that. So that's going to take, when I chatted with him about that, I had misgivings about him even being involved in that. Uh-huh. It's going to take 2 years out of his life. It'd be different if he wasn't, you know, proficient in golf, but he could be, it's just taking the time away, you know, and then he's trying to play on both. He has to do that with the big tour so he knows who's playing what and being with the scoop and being the coach and everything else. So it's going to be a couple of years for him of this type of deal. And, you know, if you are 100% committed and you have that moment of distraction as mentally playing, tough deal.
Well, and he's obviously getting a lot of requests to do things, and you and I were laughing about that this past week. And just one indication, you can imagine the types of things that he gets requests for. You got a call from a guy that caddied for Jack Nicklaus back in 1964, and all he was asking you to do was to set up an arrangement where he could meet him and get a signed autograph when he comes to Madison. And people just don't realize how that stuff works.
No, there's, well, you know, I can get it. Don't people have this connection? I know who to get to, and on and on and on. So he has that a lot. Fortunately, a lot of this stuff goes through his agent. Mario gets most of that. But I get the calls in on the back end, what the hell is going on, that type of thing. So it goes with the territory. And you have to give him a lot of credit, Mario, too, but Steve, that he's able to, no matter what, he goes out of his way to still shake hands, to see people, knowing their first name. I mean, I never hear him complain ever, not even when we're private about that type of the business. He doesn't bring it up. He does it. It goes, I shouldn't say it goes with the territory. I think he kind of likes it.
Well, on that particular one, I think the response was, good luck with that one. It's probably not.
Ain't going to happen, man. Not going to happen. I mean, Jack will have an entourage. How are you going to get to him,
Well, Jack Salzwedel, as we mentioned, will be with us. But right now, we're going to take a timeout here on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Andy North. Join me and my friend Steve Stricker as we launch Birdies for Health at the American Family Insurance Championship, June 21st through 23rd. Birdies for Health is an effort to support American Family Children's Hospital, UW Carbone Cancer Center, and people experiencing organ transplants, Alzheimer's, and eye diseases. Make a pledge for every birdie that's made at this year's American Family Insurance Championship, and all the money you donate will go toward research and helping people in Wisconsin. Visit birdiesforhealth.org.
Hi, this is Andy with the Princeton Clubs. Our summer launch event is going on right now because summer is just a few weeks away. And that means warm weather, fun activities, and relaxing by the outdoor pool. We make getting ready for summer easy. So join during our summer launch event. And it includes access to our 6-week summer prep group training program, nutrition guidance, one-on-one with our personal trainers, and a membership to our award-winning facility. It's everything you need to get into shape for an incredible Wisconsin summer. The summer launch event going on now at the Princeton Club.
It's time to play the University of Wisconsin golf course, University Ridge. Brand new bunkers and subtle design changes have only added to the excellent value of University Ridge, making it one of the best deals in the Midwest. The American Family Insurance Championship is just around the corner, but you can play one of the only public golf courses on the PGA Tour Champions prior to the event for under $100. For rate information or to book a tee time, check out universityridge.com. Play where the Badgers and the pros play, University Ridge.
At American Transmission Company, we help operate the most complex machine in the world, the grid.
Jack is on.
We know electricity is a necessity, and we help deliver it to communities that need it. We're helping build a more efficient, economical, and reliable electric system. Our ingenuity and innovation help deliver electricity that powers lives today and tomorrow. American Transmission Company, helping to keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong.
W265 CB Madison.
Right now, Cherokee Country Club is offering outstanding introductory golf memberships. You can join Cherokee as an individual member for $2,400.
Awesome. Thank
Depending
you.
on your age, you can get a family membership that starts at only $2,900. Check it out for yourself. What you're going to find is the best deal in Madison when it comes to joining a club. And by the way, your membership also allows you to use the outdoor pool. You can play tennis for court cost only and use all the facilities at the Princeton Club and go to the Madison Club. If you're a business, Cherokee offers a voucher program that allows you to purchase 20 rounds of golf, good for 18 holes with golf cart for only $1,500. What a great way to entertain your clients, customers, or employees. Cherokee also offers memberships for swimming and indoor and outdoor tennis. And the public is welcome to use the driving range, restaurant, banquet facilities, and you can book a wedding there. For more information, call 249-1000 or visit the website at CherokeeCountryClub.net. Hi, this is Paul Brown, longtime Badger sportscaster. My wife was only 57 years old when she started having trouble remembering things at work and getting lost driving home. That was the start of a heartbreaking 8-year journey that led to her eventual passing from Alzheimer's. Please don't ignore the 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's. Know where Alzheimer's hides. Find information at alz.org/Wisconsin.
Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
And we're back at Cherokee Country Club here on a Monday night, talking golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network, along with Dennis Tiziani. I'm Paul Brown. It's indeed a pleasure to have with us now Jack Salzwedel. He's the chairman and CEO of American Family Insurance. Jack, welcome to the program. Is Tiz helping you with your golf game? How's it going?
My golf game needs a lot of help. I'm not sure Dennis can even help with what I've got, but
he's pretty good.
He tries. I'll just put it at that.
He's pretty good.
You're seeing progress, though, aren't you?
Well,
Tiz?
he's kidding. He's pretty good. You know, I mean, I know if he had an opportunity to play more and stuff, things would be better. But he does okay.
And Jack is chairman.
I'm just hoping not to embarrass myself in the Pro-Am this year. That's my goal.
I don't think he'll do that. I think he's being humble
here.
here. Yeah. Jack is chairman and CEO. He started at American Family Insurance as a claims adjuster, then an agent, district sales manager, going up through the ranks to vice president of the personal lines division, and then executive VP of life and health. And Jack, was there a common thread or two along all of those different experiences that you've used to guide the ship at American Family throughout the years, your development in that way?
Well, I think, if I look back on my career, it's not unlike the career of a lot of different folks at American Family. It starts with kind of a work ethic and a mindset around taking care of people. And I'd like to think, as we think of the growth of the company, that's been a central part of it. I mean, being located in the Midwest, I think, is an advantage from that standpoint. We were able to draw great folks from the University of Wisconsin and Marquette and UWM and other local universities. So we've got a nice pipeline of talent. And then the natural beauty of Dane County with the lakes and the golf courses and the different things happening. It's a great combination to have. And I think, we have a goal to inspire, protect, and restore dreams. And we believe in that. It's part of our culture. And I think that, in essence, is what we try to do. And the golf tournament is an extension of the community aspect of that, of course.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that in just a couple of minutes, Jack. One final thing. You have, seems like you've expanded more in the last couple of years. What's gone into that thinking?
Yeah, so we about 5-6 years ago, we started looking at our operations and looking at areas where we felt we needed to create more optionality as an organization. We have a tremendous best-in-class exclusive agency network that operated in 19 states, but we weren't operating in the other states. We were located basically geographically in the Midwest, a little bit on the West, but mostly in the Midwest, and then reliant in particular on auto insurance and auto revenue. And so in 2012, we started making a push around how we were going to create more optionality around the enterprise. And we used mergers and acquisitions as part of that. We have used an evolution of our agency force as another piece of it, but we specifically made some purchases. We purchased the General, high-risk auto company out of Nashville, Tennessee. We purchased HomeSite, a digital home insurance company that sells with large partners, large auto insurance partners. We had a merger with Main Street America, which works with independent agents around the United States. And then we just announced within the last few months that we will be completing a purchase of Ameriprise Auto and Home, which is located in Green Bay. And they are an affinity direct insurer. They work closely with Costco. And so, it has allowed us to expand our footprint to 50 states. It's allowed us to be less reliant on auto insurance, and then to also expand into different distribution opportunities. At the same time that we've done that, and these businesses have all grown, our exclusive agents have grown tremendously in that time frame too. So 2012 to 2018 has been a great time for our business strategy. And we're really looking forward to the next 5 years and beyond with some of the things we've announced recently in Milwaukee with the Brewers and Summerfest and and the like. So we're feeling good. A lot of work in front of us, but feeling really good.
Jack Salzwedel is our guest, and you talk about the Brewers in Milwaukee. Jack, you're high profile in terms of sports and marketing and that type of thing. Where does that fit in, and what do you think the value? Obviously, it's there, but what's the value of being associated with sports at a lot of different levels?
Yeah, so I'd say, within the last 7 or 8 years, we've definitely seen a shift in how you market your product and how you position your brand with consumers. And as do not call lists proliferate, as people are more and more accustomed to moving past ads that are on television, the digital advertising opportunity is definitely greater than it was even 5 or 6 years ago. And sports marketing has become a real opportunity to extend the reach of your brand. We've done a lot of extensive research around partnerships, whether it's with organizations like the Brewers, whether it's with the PGA and a Champions Tour event, whether it's with football, Major League Soccer. We have our logo on the jersey of Atlanta United, which won the MLS Cup last year. This is a very effective way for us to use that precious marketing dollar that we're so careful with, and we think it's become a much more effective way of extending the brand and advertising than, say, it was 5 or 6 years ago. Which is not to say that in another 5 years or 10 years it might be different. It might morph into something else. But right now, we think it's a real good use of and a prudent use of our advertising dollars.
Jack, just in reflection a little bit, I'm wondering sometime if you're sitting in your office or traveling somewhere and you're relaxing and maybe by yourself and you're just thinking about the first 3 years of the AmFam Championship, you kind of have to pinch yourself and think, wow, this thing's really worked.
Yeah. I mean, I remember talking to Dennis early on, I think before the first tournament, and him making comments to me about over delivering on what what he thought was the modest goals that we had that first year. And to think back 3 years, we've raised almost $4.8 million for charity, and we've had almost 200,000 attendees from around the United States, the volunteers, the impact on the local economy, which is over $40 million in 3 years. I definitely do pinch myself thinking about what Nate and his team, Nate Polcraft and his team, and what Steve has been able to do along with others in the community. It's pretty remarkable.
What has Steve Stricker meant to your company in terms of image, his ability to play? How do you put into perspective the branding of Steve Stricker and what he's done for American Family?
Yeah, Steve was really our first foray into a major sports figure. Steve came in around the same time as Russell Wilson, who is no longer brand ambassador with us. But Steve is kind of the gold standard in terms of the type of person that we want to get associated with. He has a very high profile. He is in a major sport. He performs at a really high level, and I think the other piece of it is he is this gold standard around a personality and how he presents himself to the public, and that really has been the key as we've looked at other brand ambassadors, whether it's Derek Jeter or Kathy Ireland or whoever it might be. They really fall in line with the same type of mold that Steve Stricker is. And so Steve has been kind of that initial foray into brand ambassadors, and he's the one that we kind of as we're talking to potentially new ones, we steer them towards Steve as being the type of brand ambassador. He's very approachable. He allows himself to be available to American Family for events that we might have going on, and then his community reach is tremendous as well. So he epitomizes really the brand ambassador program, but really what we're trying to show in terms of the organization overall.
And then you raise the bar a little bit on this celebrity thing that you've got going. I would think you're going to have a lot of people on the celebrity holes when they're out there playing golf. You bring in this guy named Jack Nicklaus. What a thing. That's really raising the bar, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. And we're very, very, very excited. This is, this is another year of having 4 folks in there that really draw great with the community. Brett Favre obviously back again, and he's shown no signs that he in any way wants to step back from that. In fact, he seems to love the Madison crowd. Andy again will be the kind of the veteran of this group, and he's been through it a number of times, and he's just absolutely great as well. And then throwing Toby Keith in there, we have a sold out concert at Breese Stevens Field on Friday night, over 10,000 tickets sold for that. That's a huge draw in and of itself. And then you throw in there Jack Nicklaus, and I think it's going to be standing room only, people lining the course when they come through for the second 9 holes on Saturday. We're really looking forward to it, and so happy that Jack agreed to play in our tournament. He again is he's one of the standard bearers of the game, and we couldn't be happier about that.
We're chatting with Jack Salzwedel, who is the chairman and CEO of American Family Insurance. And what other change, Jack, this year that personally, and I know Dennis feels the same way, I think you're doing an additionally great thing when you change the Birdies for Health. And you're basically helping out 5 different organizations in terms of people pledging birdies, and the proceeds 100% going to research of those 5 divisions. I think that's going to be a wonderful thing for the future.
I do too. And I think if you look at some of the Champion Tour events, they make as much money on the birdies for dollars for birdies than they do in most of the other portions of the tournament. And you start aligning those dollars with American Family Children's Hospital, with the Carbone Cancer Center, Alzheimer's research. Paul, I know that's got a special place for you in your family. The eye disease research, and then organ transplant. I'm a living kidney donor to my brother, so that's a very important one to me. It seems like just about anybody would touch one of those areas, and who wouldn't want to be a part of giving a little bit of money for every birdie that is made during the tournament. So it took us a couple years to understand the concept and figure out how we wanted to incorporate it into our tournament. But I think we kind of stepped into it lightly last year, and I think this year it's going to be great. We also have a Race for Research, which is money which is an event that will have a proceed of the Carbone Cancer Research Center, and that's a 5K run walk that'll be the Saturday before the event. And the great part about that is the university allowed us to use their cross country course, which most people know. That is that's a course that hosts things like the NCAA National Championship cross country tournament. So people will have an opportunity to run on that course the Saturday before. So Toby Keith with the concert, the Race for Research, Birdies for Health, and then the celebrity group on the Saturday of our tournament. It's just a great lineup of special events that all kind of encompass the actual tournament, which will be the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, we're very excited about Birdies for Health, and excited about this year and where it may lead us in the future in terms of fundraising dollars for great charities.
And one quick plug here before we let Jack go. Toby's going to be our guest on this show on the Monday of the week of the tournament.
Right.
He's going to be on this show, and we're just going to have some fun with him. We're going to play some some of his favorite songs and pick on him because I understand he hits a lot of shots when he plays golf.
He does, yeah. But Red Solo Cup, that'll be big. Red Solo Cup. And then Don't Let the Old Man In. We'll have to play that one,
Yeah.
So it'll be
somewhere
fun.
they got to have a
There you
guitar.
go.
Somewhere out on that 9 holes,
Right.
they got to have a guitar. Right, Jack?
Right, exactly.
Jack, thanks a lot for your time. We appreciate it. We know you're a busy man. Congratulations. Obviously, the success of the American Family Insurance Championship has been well documented, and good luck in the future. All the success to you. We wish you well.
Thanks,
Thank you
Jack.
guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Jack.
it very much.
Thanks, Jack.
That's
Bye-bye.
Jack Sells-Weedle, and we'll be back right after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Andy North. Join me and my friend Steve Stricker as we launch Birdies for Health at the American Family Insurance Championship, June 21st through 23rd. Birdies for Health is an effort to support American Family Children's Hospital, UW Carbone Cancer Center, and people experiencing organ transplants, Alzheimer's, and eye diseases. Make a pledge for every birdie that's made at this year's American Family Insurance Championship, and all the money you donate will go toward research and helping people in Wisconsin. Visit birdiesforhealth.org.
How does your home bring you to life? At Oak Park Place, life comes to you. You'll find comfortable living spaces and spacious apartments with all the features you expect in a place to call home. And Helping Hands provides support when you need it. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more about assisted living, memory care, and rehabilitation services at Oak Park Place, East Madison, Baraboo, Janesville, and our newest location in Tacoma, just off Midvale Boulevard. We're here to help. Oak Park Place.
Last summer, the Golf Effect and Talking Golf were involved with Birdies to End Alzheimer's. This is Paul Brown, and on behalf of Dennis Tiziani and myself, we would like to thank everyone who donated to the Birdies campaign. $60,000 was raised, and 100% of the proceeds were donated to the Alzheimer's and Dementia Research Center at UW Hospital.
Not here. He's
Thanks again for your support, and we hope that others will join us this summer as Birdies for Health will be part of the American Family Insurance Championship.
American Transmission Company moves electricity from where it's generated to communities where it's needed. Along the way,
He can
we
come
help
on in
create an
15
environment
minutes, he
we can
said.
all appreciate. Animals find food in pollinator-friendly habitats.
Okay,
we
will do.
plant. Osprey nest on our platforms, and neighbors enjoy trails we help develop. At ATC, we care about the environment we all share. American Transmission Company, helping to keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong.
Driving rain, precipitation, downpour, cats and dogs. There are many names for bad weather, but to handle them, you only need one name: Mercedes-Benz with 4MATIC Permanent All-Wheel Drive. 4MATIC All-Wheel Drive enables better traction, giving you more certainty to negotiate surprises. So whether you're navigating slippery, wet pavement or tricky off-road puddles, it helps give you more confidence in a thunderstorm, a deluge, wet stuff. 4MATIC All-Wheel Drive is available on more
Pat's on, ready to
Mercedes-Benz
go.
models than ever before. Get the 2019 GLC 300 4MATIC starting at just $42,700. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
MSRP for a 2019 GLC 300 4MATIC excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep. Options, model availability, and actual dealer price may vary. Always drive carefully, consistent with conditions. See dealer for details.
Test drive the Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC at Zimbrick European on Rimrock Road off the Beltline, or shop ZimbrickEuropean.com.
It's time to play the University of Wisconsin golf course, University Ridge. Brand new bunkers and subtle design changes have only added to the excellent value of University Ridge, making it one of the best deals in the Midwest. The American Family Insurance Championship is just around the corner, but you can play one of the only public golf courses on the PGA Tour Champions prior to the event for under $100. For rate information or to book a tee time, check out universityridge.com. Play where the Badgers and the pros play, University Ridge.
Country Club here on Talking Golf and the Golf Effect Radio Network. We were going to go to Gary D'Amato, but he's out on the golf course following one of the high school teams. So we'll just flip the format here, and instead we'll put on Pat Stein, who's the general manager up at Wild Rock in the Wisconsin Dells. Pat was playing golf today. I didn't know general managers could take off. Did you, Tiz? And
Well,
play
wait till he gets a real job. He's going to be working and run the whole thing here pretty soon. He's never going to play.
How'd you hit him today, Pat?
We did all right at
we're looking at the scoreboard, we might have came in a tie for fourth. So we're
Wow.
keeping our fingers crossed here.
You must have had a good partner.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Well, it's a great place to play, though. That's one of my favorite places.
Well,
right there.
I think they might have been over at Trappers, but Wild Rock and Trappers are two of the outstanding golf courses in the Dells. And Pat, in fact, you guys are, between the two of you, you're hosting the Dells Junior Golf Championship. This is a new event, isn't it? It's going to be held in the first couple of days of July.
Yeah, this is a new event that we came up with this year to promote junior golf in the Dells. We're real excited to have it. We're going to do it July 1st and 2nd. 36-hole event. Girls will play each play, same with the boys. And, yeah, we're really looking forward to doing this. And we partnered up with American Family and just great partners in this event to get it off the ground. So I think it's going to be looking forward to big things in the years to come.
Pat, if there was some juniors that were looking to get into this tournament, is there still some openings or are you full?
Yeah, we still have spots available. We're going to take sign-ups until the 17th. They can go to golfthedells.com and it'll have all the tournament information on there, and then I'll link to registration.
And talking about golfing in the Dells, for people around the state of Wisconsin that may have never played Wild Rock, it is you've said it publicly, this is one of the best courses in Wisconsin, right?
Very much underrated. Yeah, it really is. I played there, a number of times. And probably one of the things that stand out is the hospitality once you get there. It's one of those things that, I look at because we're involved in the same thing. How are you treated there? But it's that, and the course was good. And then we played there one time not too long ago. There was this left-handed player.
Oh, geez.
That, we had to use his drive on the first hole. Then he hits this amazing 3-wood. I still think it hit a rock or something there, but it winds up on the green about 15, 20 feet. We all putt, and this left-handed guy made the putt for an eagle. You talk about out-punting your coverage. There it was, right there.
The emotion of that, I'm playing with Tiz and two other people, Pat, and I go from total euphoria because I just eagled a par 5, and you know what he said to me? He looks at me and he goes, "You're not that good."
He's not.
That's exactly. He goes, "Shame." And
yeah, you made an eagle there. Unbelievable.
I went
That's
from euphoria to depressed.
But it was really good. We had fun. All those holes were good. In fact, we didn't play it from all the way back. You play it from all the way back. There's some holes that are really, really hard.
Pat, for the people that have never played Wild Rock, I'll give you a free commercial here. Why don't you kind of describe the course and the way it is and the challenge and the beauty that you see when you play Wild Rock?
Yeah, it really is a unique piece of property. Some of the views when you get out, say, to like hole number 6 and number 10, the views of the Baraboo Bluff are just amazing. You can see 30 miles off in the distance. As far as the course setup, like Dennis says, you can play the golf course all the way back at 7,400 yards if you want to. We've got 5 sets of tee box, so it can go to any ability level. We a couple of weeks ago we had U.S. Open qualifying, or we can take it to any level. So it's nice because you can take it to the challenge that you want it to be.
And are you getting any overflow from the wilderness? Are people coming down and playing in the Dells too now?
Wait a while, wilderness or the other thing? Sand Valley?
I'm sorry, not Sand Valley was, yes.
Yeah,
Thank
Sand
you for
Valley,
the correction.
Sand Valley, definitely. We're getting a lot of groups that come down, after they finish their round there, they'll come down to the wilderness, come to the Wisconsin Dells, play golf, stay overnight, and vice versa. They'll come stay a night in the area, play a Wild Rock, go up to Sand Valley. So, yeah, it's been a nice addition to the area, and it's going to do nothing but help bring more golfers to this part of the state.
And you and I, when we chatted earlier in the day and earlier in the week, you think of Wisconsin Dells, the capital of the water park, so to speak, in the nation. But there's something else that's sneaking up on that title up there, Pat. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's called youth sports, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Youth sports has absolutely exploded in Wisconsin Dells. Basketball is huge during the winter with just a game. They do volleyball, basketball all winter long, and now baseball season's here up at Woodside Ranch. And that's, part of the thought behind the Dells Junior Golf Championship, to bring golf into that mix and just add one more destination spot for youth sports. But, while the water parks will always be number one in this area, but boy, youth sports is really starting to take off in this area, and it's going to do nothing but grow and keep developing this area.
And the convention business, Tiz and I, about 2 weeks ago, were at Kalahari Resort for the state Alzheimer's meetings. And the convention center up there, the addition that they're putting on that facility is just amazing. But that's going to have a general impact, including for golf, is it not, on the whole Dells area?
Absolutely. Again, just another reason to come to the Dells for the corporate end of things, and another reason for people to bring their golf clubs. It's just amazing. I've been at Wild Rock almost 20 years now, and just to see how the area has changed and developed over the last 10, 15 years, and kind of reinvented itself into a year-round destination instead of just a Memorial Day to Labor Day type situation. But now, you come up to the Dells on a weekend in the winter, and you would be hard to tell if they just dropped you inside the resort if it wasn't the summer but it's absolutely amazing what they're doing in this town as far as making a year-round destination now.
Tiz, from your perspective, for people that may be thinking about going to Wild Rock, and by the way, we have 50 passes to sell, $50, and that's a great rate for playing Wild Rock, and all of that money comes to the Golf Effect and is used for charity. 50 passes, that's all we have for the summer. $50 each. So you put together a foursome for a couple of $100. All you got to do is go to the Golf Effect website, and it says passes there. You pay PayPal, and then the passes are sent out through the Golf Effect and Cherokee here. One final thought before we let Pat go, Tiz, what do you like in terms of a golf course? What do you like about Wild Rock? How would you describe it to somebody that's never been there?
Well, when I went there, there was no holdup. It flowed. The course, like I said, first of all, when I got there, the reception,
right?
And it was not just me. It was people that were with me that picked up on the hospitality that was there. That's a big item because, golf is golf. But when I got there, the course was set up good. It was set up so that there were some tough pins, some not so tough, so they kept track of that. And the other was it flowed. The business, it flowed. Even from putting my clubs on the cart to taking them off was good. But so I enjoyed playing there, and I didn't play from all the way back either. We played right from the middle, so there was forced carries and the like. The other thing was the condition. The condition of the course was, better than what you would call an average course that has a lot of public play, where, there's divot marks or this and everything else. So it was kept up. So, I would go, like anybody, you judge business by going back the second time. And I certainly went back the second time and plan on going again. This business for $50, that should sell out in an hour. The business of being able to play there for that. I don't know where you would go and get a place like that to play for that kind of dough. So I recommend going there. I'm going to go back, and they've always been, they've always been the best. The hospitality part really interested me.
That's because of Pat or in spite of Pat?
In spite of Pat, not because of Pat. Pat said, "Who are you?" When I got there, "Who are you?" Everybody else knew it, but Pat didn't know anything. So anyway, no, I take it back.
Pat, thanks for joining us on the show. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
All the luck.
Thanks, Pat.
And we're going to hang on here for a couple of minutes. Gary D'Amato, will go to him in about 5-6 minutes. Just a couple of quick things, Dennis, in terms of for people that play the sport of golf. How do you handle slow play? What's your recommendation when you're behind a group and they won't let you go through, or you're in that group ahead that won't let people behind you go through? Generally, when you slow play, what should you be doing or not?
Get on
doing?
your cell phone and call the pro shop and tell them they're slow. Get off your butt and get out there and make me go. There's really not a whole lot of things. You can take it for a while, but really it would be up to the people that are managing the course to make sure play goes by. Putting that clock out there, there are clocks where you should be at a certain particular point in the round, and they gauge it from your starting time till then. That's a good thing too. But it's very difficult when you're trying to get around in that 4:15 range and you're standing out there for 5 hours or more. That's a difficult thing to do. But I'd call the pro shop, get on your cell phone, call the shop, and tell them to come out here and get them moving.
How about people that want to buy a game?
Buy a game?
Buy a golf game. By buying a $500 driver, or we saw a $400 putter today.
Well, we've got the thing. It's not the arrow, mostly. But the real deal is that, getting this bit, and I'm a big firm believer of the fitting and the things that are going on. But I would get my golf game done first. Get it down so fundamentally it's right. Am I holding it right? Do I understand what's going on before I bought clubs and got fit? Because to go down with some people and get fit for clubs based on the swing that you have, which is probably not as good as it should be, I mean, it's there's not a lot to that. I believe, though, in the fitting process and what's going on, but I think that one should learn how to do it first. To find someone, and the big deal in finding somebody is availability. I know, in my case, I'm not available all the time, so I'm not a very good one to go ahead and say I'd like to take a series of lessons for you. That doesn't work. I do have those people that are tour players and the like that come here, but I can pick the time with that. But I would find somebody that can take me and do not this 2-hour stuff. How about short stuff, 20 minutes a lot of times, rather than standing there for a lot of time. Development is the key. So you can get grip, stance, and get that stuff so you know what's right, not who's right. And there is the technicality to it. We talk about this feel business. I mean, what gives you the feel? The physics? Does the physics give you the feel, or does the feel give you the physics? Well, the physics, right? You got to have this fundamentals down, and then you'll get the feel. Then you can play golf. So you learn how to hit the ball, and then you learn how to play golf.
And we'll be back after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Andy North. Join me and my friend Steve Stricker as we launch Birdies for Health at the American Family Insurance Championship, June 21st through 23rd. Birdies for Health is an effort to support American Family Children's Hospital, UW Carbone Cancer Center, and people experiencing organ transplants, Alzheimer's, and eye diseases. Make a pledge for every birdie that's made at this year's American Family Insurance Championship, and all the money you donate will go toward research and helping people in Wisconsin. Visit birdiesforhealth.org.
Hi, this is Paul Brown, longtime Badger sportscaster. My wife was only 57 years old when she started having trouble remembering things at work and getting lost driving home. That was the start of a heartbreaking 8-year journey that led to her eventual passing from Alzheimer's. Please don't ignore the 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's. Know where Alzheimer's hides. Find information at alz.org/Wisconsin.
Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
Hi, this is Pat Richter. Whether choosing to make assisted living or memory care home, Oak Park Place offers a lifestyle centered around activities you enjoy, all with neighbors that become like family. You'll find independence when you want it, assistance when you need it. Oak Park Place. Our Wauwatosa community is located just off the expressway. For more information, call 414-292-0398. Our Oak Creek facility is scheduled to open in the fall. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
At American Transmission Company, we help operate the most complex machine in the world, the grid. We know electricity is a necessity, and we help deliver it to communities that need it. We're helping build a more efficient, economical, and reliable electric system.
Not yet, nothing yet.
Our ingenuity and innovation help deliver electricity that powers lives today and tomorrow. American Transmission Company, helping to keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong.
Right now, Cherokee Country Club is offering outstanding introductory golf memberships. You can join Cherokee as an individual member for $2,400. Depending on your age, you can get a family membership that starts at only $2,900. Check it out for yourself. What you're going to find is the best deal in Madison when it comes to joining a club. And by the way, your membership also allows you to use the outdoor pool. You can play tennis for court cost only and use all the facilities at the Princeton Club and go to the Madison Club. If you're a business, Cherokee offers a voucher program that allows you to purchase 20 rounds of golf, good for 18 holes with golf cart for only $1,500. What a great way to entertain your clients, customers, or employees. Cherokee also offers memberships for swimming and indoor and outdoor tennis. And the public is welcome to use the driving range, restaurant, banquet facilities, and you can book a wedding there. For more information, call 249-1000 or visit the website at CherokeeCountryClub.net. Last summer, the Golf Effect and Talking Golf were involved with Birdies to End Alzheimer's. This is Paul Brown, and on behalf of Dennis Tiziani and myself, we would like to thank everyone who donated to the Birdies campaign. $60,000 was raised, and 100% of the proceeds were donated to the Alzheimer's and Dementia Research Center at UW Hospital. Thanks again for your support, and we hope that others will join us this summer as Birdies for Health will be part of the American Family Insurance Championship. And we're back on Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network with Dennis Tiziani. I'm Paul Brown, and Gary's out on the golf course. The play is continuing there, round one of two-day tournament in the WIAA golf tournament. There's some really good teams, Tiz, is there not, in this, in fact, in the Madison area. Edgewood in Division II is probably favored, and Abundant Life in Division III might be a couple of the state champions.
Well, they would, and there's a bunch of good teams, but what I've noticed recently is so much more attention being paid to these players, getting off-season programs, not only for, the business of health, conditioning, but also off-season programs. I know we have 2, 3 or more teams that are here during the winter months, getting some fundamentals on what's going on. There's some really good players we run into, some really good women players that we're running into. And I really like it because there's a need out there today for good players at university, even though they say they're recruiting them in their sophomore and freshman year and stuff like that. There's a real need out there for some real, top-notch players.
Yeah.
And we have some here in Wisconsin. And there's a lot of players, a lot of teams that are looking for them.
Gary's on with us now. Gary, a quick update on the first day of competition at the WIAA Boys State Tournament.
Yeah, well, we just talked to a young man, Joe Firsting, from, of all places, Edgerton, Wisconsin, who had 2 eagles and 5 birdies and shot 5 under 67 and is the runaway leader in Division II. And then we have a really crowded leaderboard in Division I with Kirsten Hunt going for his 3rd straight D1 individual title, 1 shot back of Blake Wisdom, Lake Geneva Badger, and there's like 22 guys within 5 shots of the lead. So a lot going on out here at U Ridge.
Abundant Life doing well in Division III. Have you had a chance to check?
Last time I looked, they were in 2nd place in the team standings. That was about 45 minutes ago, though. So
yeah, they had a tough start. They had a tough start, but they started picking them up. I was getting some calls. There's some players on there we're close to, so they'll be in there.
Okay. I thought we'd have a little fun with Gary, and what we're going to pretend like, Gary, we're going to run short of time, so we may have to cut this a little bit. But I when I called Gary, I said, Gary, I want you to think about if you were writing an article about Dennis Tiziani, think about the 3 questions, the top 3 questions you would ask him. So take it away, Mr. D'Amato.
All right, here's the first one, and it might be a tough one for Dennis. We'll see.
Oh, really?
Obviously, Dennis you have a great reputation as a teacher, but I've heard that you can be tough on people. So how would you define being tough on people, and do you think you are?
I am.
Are you a demanding coach?
I am so much. You got to keep asking me the question. What is it that you don't understand about a circle is round and a line is straight? How could that be confusing? Now, but then it goes into it here. But tough is one thing. The goal for me being tough is I have to get that person to respond by talking. What are they doing by talking back to me? So all of a sudden I become the listener, not the talker. Once that happens for me, then I know I'm getting through to them and I've had some success. But as far as demanding, I can't compromise round and straight.
Number 2. What's number 2 question?
Number 2, you've been successful on a lot of different levels, but I always wondered what you consider to be your biggest achievement in golf, whether it's as a businessman, as a player, as a coach.
Great questions.
Whatever. What are you telling him? Something's great.
It is good.
His head is big enough now. The biggest deal is the teaching part that I do, and the biggest, the money is not the issue. It hasn't been the issue. It's about when I get done that person is laughing and talking. And I learned a long time ago is to find your gift and give it away. And since I bought into that story, I found what my gift was, is to take this golf and reduce it down to its simplistic form, take that calculus and make it into Arithmetic 101, and then have that person understand what's going on. And then when I leave and I get the text coming back a week later and on and on and on, the progress they make, that by far, is greater than any one of these business ventures that we have been somewhat successful in.
Number 3.
That's a great answer. Number 3, I had a couple good ones. Maybe I should.
We can get them next week, maybe, if you don't get them all in, because we got about 2 minutes left here.
Oh, hurry up.
Okay. Okay, 15 handicap golfers.
Yeah.
Just an average golfer. What is the one thing, without seeing them play, but amateur golfers at that level, what is the one thing they can do to become better?
Is to find out how to score from 100 yards and in. I would start at the hole. I'd start 3 feet away and be consistent to make it in the hole 3 feet away. Then I would gradually work backwards to the edge of the green, to 50 yards, to 100 yards out. If they can get strong there, then that 15 becomes a 10 really fast.
Pretty good answers, don't you think, Paul?
Yeah, absolutely. And the question:
what did you expect?
Listen to this.
Come on, you guys.
A little humility, maybe?
No such thing.
Gary, can you tell your favorite golf story of something you wrote in 2 minutes? Go.
Sure. Okay. You guys ever hear of a guy named John Konsek?
Yes.
K-O-N-S-E-K.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. John played at Purdue at the same time Jack Nicklaus did. They went head-to-head 3 times.
Right.
And John Konsek beat Jack twice.
Right.
Then he quit golf. He quit golf for years.
He's a doctor.
He's a man.
He's a doctor. He's a doctor.
Right. He became a cardiologist.
Right.
And, really didn't pick up his clubs for 35, 40 years.
Right.
And I did a story on him, and I asked Jack Nicklaus at the Masters. I asked him, what do you remember about John Konsek? And Jack looked at me and said, if John Konsek had turned pro, he'd be in the Golf Hall of Fame.
That's right. He was that good.
Yeah.
I know about
him. The guy
him.
was really, really good apparently, and nobody really knew about him. I mean, because he hadn't really played any tournament golf for years and years. And then he retired and started playing. And the last time I looked, I think he's 79 or 80 years old. He had a 1.2 handicap.
Yeah, that would be him.
80.
See, that's why Gary knows golf, and he's the senior writer for Wisconsin.golf.
I knew about that before him.
You get stuff here that you never get anywhere else. Gary, thanks for your time. Good luck covering the high school.
Thanks,
we'll be back
Thanks,
after
Gary.
this time
Thanks,
out
guys.
on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Andy North. Join me and my friend Steve Stricker as we launch Birdies for Health at the American Family Insurance Championship, June 21st through 23rd. Birdies for Health is an effort to support American Family Children's Hospital, UW Carbone Cancer Center, and people experiencing organ transplants, Alzheimer's, and eye disease. Make a pledge for every birdie that's made at this year's American Family Insurance Championship, and all the money you donate will go toward research and helping people in Wisconsin. Visit birdiesforhealth.org.
Hi, this is Dave Gary, the owner of the Princeton Clubs. Our summer launch event is going on now through May 18th with everything you need to get in shape for the summer, including the latest group training programs, our world-class facilities, plus special offers for current and new members through May 18th. Our For a Better Tomorrow campaign partner this month is UW Children's Hospital of Madison. For every new member, we make a donation to a local organization that's working hard to improve the communities wherever a Princeton Club is located. Summer is just a few weeks away, so I invite you to make a difference in your health today by joining the Princeton Club. And with our summer launch event going on, it's a great time to get started. I think you'll be surprised how much better you feel just after a few workouts. The Princeton Clubs, voted Madison's best health club year after year. Visit PrincetonClub.net for a free trial pass and to learn more about our summer launch event.
We're committed to excellence, the Princeton Club. We're committed to you.
Hi, this is Pat Richter. Oak Park Place offers a lifestyle centered around activities you enjoy, all with neighbors that become like family. Whether choosing to make assisted living or memory care home, you'll find independence when you want it, assistance when you need it. Oak Park Place. Our Wauwatosa community is located just off the expressway. For more information, call 414-292-0398. Our Oak Creek facility is scheduled to open in the fall. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Driving rain, precipitation, downpour, cats and dogs, There are many names for bad weather, but
About
to
3
handle them,
minutes.
you only need one name: Mercedes-Benz with 4MATIC permanent all-wheel drive. 4MATIC all-wheel drive enables better traction, giving you more certainty to negotiate surprises. So whether you're navigating slippery wet pavement or tricky off-road puddles, it helps give you more confidence in a thunderstorm, a deluge, wet stuff. 4MATIC all-wheel drive is available on more Mercedes-Benz models than ever before. Get the 2019 GLC 300 4MATIC starting at just $42,700. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
MSRP for a 2019 GLC 300 4MATIC excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep. Options, model availability, and actual dealer price may vary. Always drive carefully, consistent with conditions. See dealer for details.
Test drive the Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC at Zimbrick European on Rimrock Road off the Beltline, or shop ZimbrickEuropean.com.
It's time to play the University of Wisconsin golf course, University Ridge. Brand new bunkers and subtle design changes have only added to the excellent value of University Ridge, making it one of the best deals in the Midwest. The American Family Insurance Championship is just around the corner, but you can play one of the only public golf courses on the PGA Tour Champions prior to the event for under $100. For rate information or to book a tee time, check out universityridge.com. Play where the Badgers and the pros play, University Ridge.
And we're back on Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network, along with Dennis Tiziati. I'm Paul Brown. And Tiz, it looks like you're finally in the state of Wisconsin, at least this part of the state. You're going to get some dry weather.
Finally, yeah, finally.
5 or 6 of the next 7-8 days. That is going to do wonders for golf courses.
Well,
is it not?
there's a pent-up deal about playing. People hadn't played a lot, and I could see it even today. People that hadn't seen all summer are here. School's going to be out pretty soon, so that's going to spur on people playing. But finally, we get out of this wet weather. But how lucky are we compared to what I've been seeing on TV, where people are flooded and stuff like that? So there's some, you can count your blessings a little bit.
And there's also the advantage that you have now. For an example, just here at Cherokee, as it dries out, you get an opportunity to get into areas that you couldn't cut and do things because it was so wet.
Yeah, we're there. We did it, and it's gone, and that drainage stuff that we did is working. So, for us, it's just going to get nothing better as we go forward.
And golf courses in general in the state, what would you describe as the current condition of the state of golf right now?
Well, the state is pretty good, but, a lot of places have given up the month of May. So even though that sounds bad, those are what we call shoulder months: April, May, and then September, October. The big money is coming in these. The stay alive is coming now, so they've suffered a little bit, but still, you can't look past that. You can't have another spring and fall like we had last year. We've got to be able to extend this season a little bit and get strong through September and October, and things will be good.
And public courses, if you're at a private club, you're still getting the dues, but public courses, that's a challenge, right?
No,
you need those rounds of golf.
You hit it right on the head, like I tell them. I don't care if you don't play. We got the money already. But on the public course, you need the rounds of golf, and you need that to play. I feel for them, but they'll survive. I think they'll do good. I think prices in many cases are correct, but they are going to see an uptick in the number of rounds because people will play their golf, and they get the rounds, and there's going to be a lot of traffic that's going to come through our city on the way to the Dells and on the way. So we'll be doing good.
Okay, and I guess that's going to about do it for us here for another Talking Golf program. I'd like to say on behalf of David McCann, the guy behind the scenes, Kevin Ryan, they keep us on the air and they do a pretty good job with it.
Easy.
Why is that? You afraid he'll ask for a raise?
Well, he's not going to get it, but they're doing good though. Yes, they are very good. I got to quit busting them.
So for those two guys, along with Dennis and myself, thank you for joining us for another edition of Talking Golf. And we'll be back next Monday night, same time, and we'll do it one more time as we'll tee it up for another round of Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network.